Hi, how are you? This is Amy Hamilton, author of The Project Manager, Life is a Project, and The Consummate Communicator. I am super excited. I have been reading From Beaten to Badass by Erin Baer, and she is with me today. And I'm just like, I can't believe it. For those of you who are not aware, October is my birthday month, but more importantly than that, it is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is an incredibly serious topic. And what I really want to talk about is that right now during COVID, more than ever, we have seen this very, very high increase in domestic violence, both across America, but also across the world. This is something where people are struggling, people are like in their homes, and this is increasing and it's continuing to be a challenge. But Erin is this example of this light of hope and really on this crusade where what we want is for you to go out into either purchase Erin's amazing book, Beaten to Badass, and you can find out about her story, her journey, and how she overcame this, and really is an inspiration for others. And our goal is to ensure that this book is in every single domestic violence shelter in America. And right now, we've got the 50 states we're trying to hit. There's some of the states it is in every single domestic violence shelter, but we're going to be expanding that. We're going to take on territories. We're going to take on the world. This is such an amazing book, and I'm going to turn it over to Erin.
Thank you so much, Amy, for having me today and letting me speak to your network. Hey, everybody, I'm Erin Baer, and as she said, I'm the author of From Beaten to Badass. Now, my book is my story. It's from when I was growing up as a child, being bullied and abandoned and not realizing that I was being abused, and moving to Colorado and having a tipping point of abuse, both physically, financially, sexually, all the different types of abuses that do exist. And so I decided it was time for me to write my story because staying silent hides violence. And so I decided to take on the mission of writing my book, and I did that last year, and it came out actually last October. So we're almost on the 1-year anniversary of my book being released. But it's National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as Amy said. And with COVID and the pandemic and all of the things, it's really prevalent in the homes across the country and across the world. And we've come up with a mission called Make an Impact in 2020. It started last December at the very end of the year to really get a head start. And we have had people sponsor the book. So they buy the book for $25, and then we send it to the shelter sponsored in your name or in memory of someone who maybe lost their life to domestic violence, because that is something that happens every single day. When those victims of abuse try to escape, they sometimes leave and they lose their life. And they've made the ultimate sacrifice to monsters that should have never laid a hand on them to begin with. So we really do encourage you to sponsor a book or even get the book for yourself, because you never know, someone might need that book and you'll have it ready for them. So we really invite you to join on this mission. We've hit over 380 shelters in the United States since December. We're on a mission to get to 1,000 as soon as possible, because once we hit 1,000, we're almost to the 50% mark in the US. Now we do international. We've got one in Canada, which I'm very excited about. And then we also have one in Ireland. And Ireland is a huge country that fights domestic violence every single day. It's very prevalent with alcoholism and drug use over there. And so you can go international, but that is double the amount of money because of all the customs and all of that. But I really want to just stress, like, it's National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and there's so many victims that feel alone, they feel helpless, they feel like nobody cares. And by you sponsoring a book, you become the light in their darkness. You show them that they're not defined by their circumstances, and they too are a badass. And so Amy has been very gracious to let me speak to all of you, because I guarantee you know someone who is being abused today. It could be your grandmother, your mother, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your child. How heartbreaking is that? There's somebody you know that's being abused today. And we really want to be that light in someone's darkness. So thank you so much, Amy, for letting me share a brief story about my life and what we're trying to do.
Erin, thank you so much. And for those of you who don't know, Erin was recently on our feature, 24 authors in 12 hours. And if you want to get Erin's longer version interview, you can listen to her for 30 minutes. And I will tell you, have your Kleenex ready, because it's truly a story that has the hero's journeys, the ups and downs, and makes you realize no matter what you're going through today, that you can overcome it. And Erin is the light in somebody else's darkness. So please check out this book and sponsor this book. Thank you so much. Thank you, Erin.
Thank you, Amy.